Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Got ourselves a good little show for y'all today. Gonna play a little bit more Pokemon. It's gonna be a good time. I actually need to adjust something real quick. The lighting is not very good because I've got the blinds open. Let's fix that. And we'll turn the fan off over here. Actually, that's okay. It's not making any noise. Ah, it's much better. Now it doesn't look like half of my face is completely dark. Alrighty. Whew. Just got through not my best pole workout, but good enough. I paid the consequences. I was out last night at Kapolei Full Moon Festival. It was good, but I did something uncharacteristic and paid money for junk food. It was delicious, but I shouldn't have done it. It was a homemade ube kind of cheesecake thing, and Vaifala, which is a Samoan coconut-based drink that's really tasty. I'm a sucker for Polynesian flavors like that, I've learned. Ube, coconut, all that. Oh yeah, I actually meant to put a shirt on, but just happened to be shirtless. Who cares? Hentai is holding something. Alright, yeah. Orange flower. Nice. Now let's check our berries. Nice. Yeah, we need orange berries because we need to heal the mill tank. We need more orange berries for that. Okay, 2-person. That's not bad. 2 cherries? Yep. Alright, we're just gonna plant tons of orange. No, chess is about as good as it ever was. I mean, yesterday was a shoulder dominant push day, so I mean, I hit chess, but it wasn't the priority. Today was pull, so that's gonna be traps, right? Biceps. Hit a good pump this morning. And rear delt. And lats. Hey, what's up, Nick? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Interesting. The OBS hasn't registered Nick's comment, and yet it did register Eris's. Wonder why. Either way, I can see it. That's what matters. That should do. So it was a pretty good, all considered. So let's see where we last picked off. We evolved Billy. We need to get Islero and Hentai leveled up. Probably want to start looking at evolving them. Then we need to get Thief, teach it to some Pokemon, and then we need to go to Route 38 and just start mass attacking Magnemites until we get a Metal Coat. Okay, people like different types of Pokemon. That's true. You can like whichever you like. That's what makes it fun. Use OBS. See, now that's interesting, Nick. Your comment about kicking bitch-ass Team Rocket did not show up. Your comment about using OBS and using some of the Streamlabs items did. Fascinating. We got a Fisherman here. That should be easy XP, probably for Islero instead of Hentai, though. In a slump, maybe it's the gear I'm using this battle for a change pace. Alright. I am not eating my characteristic protes after the workout this morning because in about 2 hours I am going to the beach. Some friends invited me to go. I'm gonna bring my chili. They're gonna make burgers and hot dogs, so it's gonna be chili dogs. So I need to not eat very much because I'm gonna eat a lot there. I'm gonna stick more to burgers and that sort of thing, but you know, and my chili is pretty good on macros. Oh, that's the other thing I need to do. I need to make rice. Because here in Hawaii, no meal is really complete without rice. We have Hawaii is the most Asian in terms of ethnicity state in the Union by quite a large margin. Let's keep battling. Because it held that Team Rocket won for review? Probably, yeah, because Team Rocket is a bunch of bitch asses. I don't know why it held it for review. Oh shit, okay, Gyarados into Surf. That's gonna do some damage. Not that much, though. ENV and his fixation with hentai. Yeah, I want to train it, but this is not the matchup to do so. Nicely done, Islero. That should get it to 24. Well done. Good attaboy. Islero wants to move... Oh, yeah. Payback? We will... Yes. Payback is a stronger move than Pursuit. Easy doings. Surf runs off of Gyarados' weak special attack. Yeah, it makes sense. The new Waterfall, you'd have been in trouble. It's true. Keep battling. I mean, I would have just put in Billy and then just used... Because the thing with Gyarados is its Achilles heel is any electric move is going to do an immense amount of damage. See on the end on my stream. Yeah, it just didn't show up in OBS. It showed up on Stream Elements, but it did not show up on OBS. It's just interesting. I think the chat had a stroke. Yeah, it sometimes does that. Lure Ball. That's good to know. Although I think in Gen 2 that was actually a lie. It wasn't. Ooh, a Giraffe. Okay, yeah, we'll try catch this. Alright, so we're going to have... Because it's Psychic, so we don't want to use Payback. Hopefully a Horn Attack doesn't one-hit KO it here. And then we'll use Rest. And then... Well, never mind. Well, so much for that. Seems the breeze is coming from here. Hentai use Surf. We don't have Cut. Oh well. Oh, cool. They added rain effect in this game. I like that. I know there's some... Slaro is dizzy. You'll be alright. Just use Rest. Oh, wow. There's the red Gyarados. That's cool. But there used to be like a maze up here that if you had Cut... Well, we don't have Pokemon with Cut anyway. You'd be able to get some pretty cool items. Well, at least we can get... Oh, it's a Surf maze now instead of a Cut maze. That's neat. Well, if nothing else, we get a Red Flute. What's a Red Flute do? Oh, doesn't that... The Yellow Flute's the one that does Confusion. What's the Red Flute do? Infatuation. That's actually neat. Okay, that's good to know. If Billy knew Thunder, everything would instantly die. We're going to teach it Thunderbolt. I prefer the accuracy, and I don't like setting it up with Rain Dance. I can't be bothered with that, so... I'll take the weaker power of Thunderbolt. But right now it knows Charge Beam, which will still do a fair amount of damage. It's actually a pretty decent catch. Alright, Islero, I'm gonna have you use Rest. But nothing happened. you get into a battle here, it's already raining. Yes, but that's a very niche scenario. There aren't that many parts of this game where it's raining. Alright, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some rice. Whoa. Speaking of dizzy, I am. Fuck. That's crazy. Thunderbolt until after the Elite Four, unless you want to play Voltorb Flip. We're already a quarter of the way there on Voltorb Flip, so if I play that a couple of other times, like just on a Discord stream, you know, because sometimes I do that just to hang out, we'll get to 10,000 in no time. Voltorb Flip's not that bad. So I'm going to make 4 cups of rice, which is more than I normally make, since we're having it with a lot of people. I know there's going to be some Filipinas there. They like rice with everything, man. I mean, I do too, to be honest with you. That's about even. That's about 4 cups. Do you play Voltorb Flip or the old games in Gold, Silver, Crystal? I like Voltorb Flip as an individual game more because it requires a little bit of thinking. But I like that there are multiple options in Gold, Silver, Crystal as opposed to the what's it called, the kind. You know, we're gonna try. See if it wakes up. We're gonna try and use what's it called? I like that there's multiple games in Gold, Silver, Crystal, but as an individual game, I like Voltorb Flip more. Okay, Voltorb or Islero is still asleep. It'll wake up eventually. That's fine. We got time. Yeah, I am dizzy. That was. Whew. I need water, I guess. Well, I'm used to proteins, so that's why. Like, I don't have any calories in my body. If I ate so much yesterday, it should be a problem. I had fucking Vipala yesterday. Like, I should have plenty of energy. That didn't work. It's fine. We'll use what's it called? Fishing rod to get the Magikarp anyway. Honestly, I might use a repel here, because these are just annoying as fuck. I don't want to sit here, criticize this. Did Ralph Nader actually do that, or are you just trolling me? Use a super repel. I can't be bothered. We're gonna do this maze, which we should do. I can't be bothered to sit here and do, fucking... Get up in there. Can't be bothered to sit here and fight through a million Magikarp. That's just a waste of my time. It's called Small on Safety. Was he predominantly criticizing American cars and just happened to mention the Beetle? Because that doesn't count. Because the Beetle was demonstrably less safe than even the Pinto. Like, the Ford Pinto was a safer car than the VW Beetle. Speaking of, okay, I don't want to get political on this stream, he said, knowing that it would get political on this stream, but fucking, I was hanging out with somebody at the Kapolei Festival. And the Kapolei Full Moon Festival, and she was talking about getting a new car. I'm like, well, part of what's going on right now, if you can stomach the politics of it, is that Tesla values are cratering, so you can get a used Tesla for a pretty good deal. She said, no, Elon's a Nazi. And then she immediately started talking about how much she loved the Volkswagen Beetle, and I'm like, oh, come on, sweetheart, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, you know what Volkswagen, the term Volkswagen comes from. Who invented Volkswagen as a concept? She's like, no, who? And I'm like, literally Hitler. It was Volkswagen, the people's car. That's what it means. Zoro suddenly became angry. It's holding something? Yes. blue scale. You want to battle something, don't you, buddy? This one was specifically... When did he write it? Was it before or after Unsafe at Any Speed? Yeah, the Beetle... Right, the Beetle was an unsafe car in 1938. Let alone the 60s and the 70s when most of its sales happened. 1971. Interesting. I wonder why nobody really knows about that book. Fascinating, isn't it? Good on him for actually fucking saying something about the Beetle, but it's very interesting that it had no effect relative to Unsafe at Any Speed. Okay, we're gonna throw on another repel. Well, the microbus, yeah, the microbus is incredibly unsafe because it's a Beetle. Underneath, it's the same platform as the Beetle. It's just extended, and your knees are the crumple zones. But, I mean, I can't judge. I have a fucking K-van. This is interesting. Oh, I think I see what this is. So I think it's... You drain the lake at some point, and then this becomes accessible by land. It's written in 1972. You're straight far. Here I meditate. Inside me, secret power. Yay! Hidden power, I think. Hidden power. Draws the power of Pokemon for attacking. Type power depending on the Pokemon using it. Zero is being quiet with a peaceful face. You imagine a Tauros, you bring a Tauros inside a house, it's gonna shake like a dog. That giant mane, you are getting wet. Aw. Yay, we're getting a bunch of blue scales. Written in 1972. It's very interesting. And I'm not being... I feel like maybe some of y'all think I'm unfair against the Beetle, but I wonder if what Ralph Nader wrote about the micro safety regulations of the K-Vans trucks. No, it did not. That was the chicken tax that happened in 1964. So, no. The 25-year import rule came around in the 90s thanks to dealers. So another reason you should oppose stealerships. With apologies to Dodger. I know she works at one, but no. But it doesn't surprise me. I'm glad you enjoyed that most recent Visual Capitalist post in my Discord server. Shout out to my Discord server, if you guys don't know about it, by the way. But it was talking about... what is it? The... it was talking about the most reliable cars by... go. Sweet. This is the most reliable and most... It's a big... It's a moderately sized tree. Oh. Most reliable cars of 2025. Yeah. Okay, one thing I don't like about this game so far, one of the cool things I really liked in Gen 3 is Lero became angry. Maybe it's getting affected by the radio music. But somehow Buick is too... Most of the GM ones did pretty well, actually. Not just Buick. Cadillac, GMC, and Chevrolet all were in the top third, I think. But yeah, the 15-year rule, yeah, Canada... So Canada can import JDM cars from 2010. Right now, we can only do 2000. So it works out great for us. Okay. Now, as for what we're going to do with the shiny Gyarados, I think we're going to throw poison powder on it and hope for the best. Yes, I know why you don't like GM in particular, but, right, your GM experience was with cars from the 2000s, and GM has apparently improved in... I don't think that's possible, ENB. Right. GM wasn't founded by literal Nazis, okay? You can hate on GM, and especially with the streetcar scandals, there's a lot of good reasons to. I don't love GM, but GM is not as inherently evil as VW. It's just that's a bit over the top. GM is horribly right, bro. I have people who worry. There are some really good GM products. There are also some terrible ones. Okay, so Flaffy has the static if you touch it, and I don't really feel like paralyzing my Pokemon, so yeah, okay. Horribly run, yeah, I'll give you that, but okay. Let's look at the competition for a moment here. Chrysler, that's run even worse. Ford has a lot of issues right now. So I'm not entirely convinced GM. I think of the big three, GM might be the best run right now. That is not a vote of confidence, but yeah. Sorry, Stellantis. Yeah, I keep forgetting it's Chrysler. The Chrysler became FCA after 2008, became Stellantis after something. Let's see here. I see me Red Gyarados like Rage. Angry, it's a bad omen. I think there's another trainer or two we can fight over here, which I want to do. Rampaging Gyarados, Mass Outbreak. Nope. Best class plug-in hybrid. They killed it because fully electric cars became the trend. Yes. You don't have to tell me about that. I did own a Volt. Nice. What do we got here? Choice specs. What are choice specs? Yeah, it became FCA, and then FCA merged with PSA Peugeot Citroën to make Stellantis. Stellantis sounds like a drug name. Okay, so I think we've got it between... I think I'll try a quick ball at first. I've got 2 Ultra Balls. I'll try a heavy ball, because a Gyarados is a fairly heavy Pokemon. I'll try a Dusk Ball. No, that won't work. Boost the power of special attacks. Is that a battle item? Choice specs. Boost special attack. I see. Actually, this might be the perfect move to give to this might be the perfect thing to give to Electrode and just have it use only Thunderbolt. We'll keep these. These might actually be very useful. Sarah's holding something. Thanks, buddy. A narrow scale. We're getting a lot of cool stuff. Let's take a look at our fashion case here. Now, I don't want to use it for hentai, because hentai, the whole point is a tank, right? You want to use things like toxic spikes. You want to use things like... Right, we're setting up hentai to be our special tank. One thing I really like about this game, and this is a capability of the DS, is that you can use register 2 items. Give a boost to it while it only has Charge Beam as well. It could, but I do like having the ability to use Rollout as well. I think if we face a gym leader, we might go that route. Like, we really just want to rely on Electric for something, but I don't think we need to do that yet. If we face Price, though, yes, because Price just has... I think Price is a Dugong, so Electric will be extremely effective there. Alright, so I think we're going to use Dumont for this. Because Dumont can take hits. It can use Poison Powder. Like, I'm just going to use Poison Powder and Synthesis and start chucking balls. Your Pokemon is surprised about something. I love that. I love that you can talk to your Pokemon. That is one thing I really like about this game. I think that's so cute. Hi, buddy. Alright, you big red fucker. Let's see if we can catch you. Just a warning, but I think that Gyarados knows Ice Fang. It's alright. I think with Synthesis, it's still going to be fine. Maybe it isn't. I mean, all we really need it for is poison powder. So if Dumont faints, it's not the end of the world. Poliwhirl. Good to know, Huey. Thank you for the update on your Poliwhirl. You know the Wii Sports meme? Nobody asked. All right. Before we do this, I'm actually going to take a brief moment to start my rice cooker. Give me just one moment. This thing, I love my rice cooker so much. It is a Zojirushi rice cooker from Japan that I got at the Goodwill Mapuna Puna for $5. You know, it's got a couple dents in it, but it works. It's terrific. Because I'm cooking 4 cups of rice, I need a little bit more time. No, I'm not rinsing the rice. No, it's, you know, I know Uncle Roger hiding out, whatever, I don't care. I actually don't mind, since it's American, it's Southern Louisiana rice instead of Asian style, you know, Calrose or some of the different grains. A little bit more glutinous actually kind of makes the texture better, I think. It doesn't make it too mushy. Again, it's the different grain in the rice. Okay. I need to charge my watch for a little while. Actually, no, I'm not going to, because I'm going to be at the beach all day. This thing's going to get plenty of sun, so it'll charge itself there. Cool. Okay. I need to get hype rate back on here. Let me see if I can do that real quick. Hang on. Totally forgot about hype rate. Let me see if I can do that. Hype rate on. And then we go sources. Hype rate. Oh, it's not on here. Dang. Okay. Never mind. Alright. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Gyasha. Gyasha to you, good sir. Okay, I like the little shiny animation. That's cool. I think I like Gen 2's better because it's like dee 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 dee, but it's still cool. All right, let's capture the red Gyarados, or at least attempt to do so. Poison powder. Okay, Leer. That's not the end of the world. Nice. Okay. So now we're just going to let Poison Powder do its thing. I think Gyarados is going to probably use Thrash. Do not fuck this up. I don't care. Dude, yeah, it's a shiny, but it's a default shiny. Who cares? I'm not going to use Gyarados in my party, so it doesn't matter. We're going to use Synthesis, assuming that it's going to attack us. Twister. Okay, was not expecting Twister. That did not do near as much damage as I thought it would. I should have thrown a Pokeball. Alright, let's see if we get lucky and YOLO one. Oh, we didn't use the Quick Ball. That was a mistake. We should have done that. Oh well, we'll save that for a different time. Because I think that only works on the first turn. Let's throw in... We'll throw our lower chance balls in first, and maybe we get lucky. Let's throw a Great Ball. We'll save the Ultras for when Gyarados gets down a little bit in health. Poison is going to slowly do that. 2, 3... Bro, are you kidding me? Suck it, ENB. How lucky was that? Holy shit. Okay, you know what this means, though? This means the next time we encounter a roamer, like, we're gonna have so many problems with any roaming Pokemon. Gyarados, atrocious Pokemon. Alright, we did not send it to hell. Do we have a name for this guy? He's big, he's red, he's angry. I mean, I'm not opposed to replacing Hentai with the red Gyarados. Anything, I'm okay with that. Would you like to entertain this idea, ENB? You know, it is red. It is a red dragon type thing. Lucifer. What is the monster in the Odyssey? Is it Scylla or Charybdis? The one that's like creating a whirlpool? Which one is it? Let me look that up. Gyarados is that strong? Oh, I know. Alright, I do feel like I should let you name it, ENB, if we're going to replace hentai with it. But the thing is, right, this changes things. DD Rag? What? Is that a typo? Because if we use the red Gyarados, DD, what is DD Rag? Is that a reference to something? Is it? Okay, so you that's not a typo. You typed it the same way twice. I'm curious, what is DD Rag? Oh, it's the Welsh Dragon. Okay, yeah, you know what? That is actually super badass. I am in. That's fantastic. Great name. That explains why there's two Ds there, because Welsh is just smashing keys until you get words. Just putting random space bars in key smashing, and that's how Welsh shit happens. I like that. Okay, the question then, okay. Hey, we got a red scale, nice. If we swap hentai with Gyarados, that opens us up to some special tank options. We would also probably want, well, we've covered with poison because we've got Dumond. You know, we could teach Dumond Toxic or something like that. Instead of poison powder. Plus, Dumond is actually... What's Dumond's special defense? Because Dumond is kind of a special tank. It's got good special defense. It's not as high as Hentai's, but it's pretty close. Both of them evolve, too. Kaimru, yeah, it's... Okay. So, okay, if we were to replace Hentai with... I'm fine with that. We give Hentai Whirlpool and Waterfall. That's cool. I can live with that. I can live with that. And we'll still evolve it to Tentacruel because, I mean, come on, the meme has to, we have to live up to the meme. But if we do that, that gives us another physical attack. So between we're gonna have a Machamp and a Tauros and then a Gyarados. That is a lot of high physical attack. The question is, we're still going to want a special attack. I think Electrode actually really does kind of fit there. No, it's not the highest special attack, but we could boost that up with, what is it? I know zinc, is it calcium? We could boost that up with some calcium. And with the speed, right, Electrode is going to hit first almost every single time. So a strong enough Thunderbolt, you know, use a strong enough Thunderbolt or a strong enough... I wonder if there's some other really, really high special attack moves we could teach it. Or Explosion, not a bad option. Plus, Electrode is going to keep leveling up stupid quick because it's traded. Well, good job, Dumond there. Oh, cool, it's Dragonite. I want to talk to the Dragonite. Hold up. Hi, Dragonite. Come on. I want to see Bayleaf play with Dragonite. Can we make that happen somehow? Oh, that's cute. Okay. Look at that. I like that. I like that. That's cute. They're looking at each other. I'm a sucker for shit like that. That's just cute. Come on. All right, let's talk to Butt Boy here. Red Gyarados isn't acting right. Someone must have forced it to evolve. Wild Tales. Hey, Mirage! I have not seen you in a minute. Aloha, man. I'm Lance, trainer like you. You're the fucking champion, but okay. And if you want to get mad at me for spoiling that, bro, this game is a remake of a 25-year-old game. Like, no. Battled earlier, trainer with considerable skill. Help me investigate. No, I don't think I can be... Yes, I do. Excellent. Lake of Rage and Magic card being forced to evolve. Broadcast Mahogany. Souvenir shop. Mahogany. Oh, that's a cool animation. You know what's weird is Gyarados is a part flying type, but it can't fly. You can't teach Gyarados fly. I just don't think you can. I'm fine with hentai being an HM slave. Okay, are you sure you want to do this? You want to give up your precious hentai meme, which we'll still use it, but for Gyarados. ENB, the choice is yours. It sounds like you do, but I want to be sure. Lance is also a joke compared to the other champions. Yes, I have to agree with that. Gen 1 champion. Wallace is not very hard. Okay. We're going to leave Gyarados in the PC for now, because I do want to evolve hentai. Do we want to do that? Should I evolve hentai before we switch to Gyarados? Or maybe we'll save that. We don't have to evolve hentai yet. Because we're going to end up needing it for Mount Mortar. We're going to end up needing it for... Although we're going to want to teach Gyarados Waterfall, aren't we? Yeah, everybody knows... Everybody says Cynthia is a super powerful challenger. We'll take the berry juice back. Nah, well, oh, it's hentai sticker meme. So you're sleeping in. Wild Kakuna failed. Just the way it goes. Not very good at catching Pokemon. Youngster Joey. I want to rebattle Youngster Joey. I want to battle him like 10 times, and then he gives you a nugget at the end, or a rare candy or something like that. Let's see what Gyarados knows. Because if it knows an ice move, that's fantastic, actually. Deposit, move. Let's just see here. Bite, Dragon Rage, Leer, and Twister. That's not a very good move set. Dragon Rage sucks. All it does is attack. It's basically a slightly stronger Supersonic. Twister's okay. Leer is garbage. It knows Ice Fang. It doesn't know Ice Fang. It clearly, look at it. It doesn't. Okay. So interestingly, Gyarados is a high... So Gyarados is a good special tank, too. Bulbionus, do you love when people fawn over you? I guess I'm wrong then. Well, I mean, maybe it learns it. I don't know. Does it? I don't know what Ice Fang is. It's a new move. Bite is alright, but we already have Pokemon that knows Bite. Oh no, we had Batgirl. But we're not putting Batgirl in the party. Bite's not bad, but we already have Machoke knowing Payback, so it's not that useful. We have Islero knowing Payback. Yeah, can we make it learn? I'm down to teach it Ice Fang. Ice would be a good move to have. Especially for giving up, you know, hentai to do this. Alright. I think we'll withdraw it. Your party's full. Oh, that's dumb. It doesn't allow you to swap. Eris, you're attractive and so smart. Well, I appreciate the compliments. Right. I'm never gonna be one of these people that says, you know, oh, I don't. There we go. I'm never going to be one of these people that's like, oh, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to hear the compliments, because there are people, especially like, it's hot girl syndrome, where they get so many compliments, they're kind of inundated with it, and they just want to, oh, it learns Ice Fang at 32? Okay, yeah, we're doing that. Fuck yeah. Often lost in thought, with a careful nature, and it's like, the Pokemon is known for being angry. That's very funny. It's an interesting... It's an unexpected nature for a Gyarados. 5 stars on power. Ooh! We need to do Pokeathlon as well. 5 stars on speed. 4 stars on power. Yeah, this is Gen 4. Stamina. Speed, power. Okay. So we're going to be facing a bunch of rockets, which is... Hey girl, poor guy, is who you end up with as lucky as your handsome, beautiful eyes. I appreciate that. I do love my green eyes. The problem with them is that living here in perpetually bright Hawaii, I have to wear sunglasses all the time. It's just super bright. And I've been thinking about getting laser eye surgery at some point. I wear contacts, but if I do that, you know, that's going to make them even more sensitive to light. We'll start with Islero and go from there. stretched out its body is relaxing. Yay. Let's go kick some ass. Ooh, hang on. I want to hear the Gen 4 version of this music. Da, 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 da. Okay, cool. Hyper Beam. Bro, Lance such a G out here. Feel like Dragonite, use Hyper Beam on another person. I don't know. This must be an incredibly well-constructed building because clearly Dragonite. I mean, a Hyper Beam should blast right through that fucker. I didn't know you have a problem with eyes. Oh yeah, I'm very nearsighted. Very protective and a great boyfriend. Yeah. So I've been single for a while, but yes, I would say in general I'm a pretty affectionate boyfriend. I actually did the love language test not that long ago. And, oh, there it goes. Bullish Blizzo would go first. Oh wait, I wanted to talk to the Dragonite. Aw. Found the secret stairway. How'd you do that? That was well camouflaged. That guy's Dragon-type Pokemon are tough. Let me check. Make sure. I'm not seeing steam come out of my rice cooker. It's getting there. It's just gonna take a while. Yeah, that's why I put the pot on. It's gonna take a while. Okay, so now we face the fucking statues. We're just gonna take a fuck ton. We're just gonna be fighting a fuck ton of rockets here. I'm fine with that. Was your boyfriend ever stop kissing you or hugging you or telling you I love you? That's very kind. Intruder alert. Yeah, woohoo. Yeah, alright. The first of many rockets. I think it's like a Zubat or a Tata, a Coughing, and a Drowsy. It's the same set. Oh, perfect. It's Lerado's payback. This is gonna be even easier now. Kaboom. Bye-bye. No, Islero, we're gonna get Islero up here. I failed. There we go. Yeah, no, my eyes are sensitive. It's not a huge deal. It's my turn. There's no escape. Yeah, it's gonna be, I think, that was a Zubat. It's gonna be a Coughing and a Raticate, maybe? Oh, another Zubat. Yeah, maybe they changed it. We're gonna turn the music back down. But yeah, no, I got asked about love languages a while back, and I think it was quality time was my biggest one, and then physical touch. I don't need gifts. My life is pretty much complete on that front. No, we'll keep battling. Oh god, it's not even Eradicate. It's gonna take time. Oh well. Yeah, this is Gen 4, but fuck yeah, we'll go with Ice Fang. Grimer. Does Grimer have Poison Point? I don't think it does. Keep battling. Surgery on my eye. I have astigmatism. I had a mild astigmatism. It's corrected itself over the years. I think my left eye is slightly weaker than my right, but I'm still very nearsighted. Like, I can read to about here, but beyond that, like, when my contacts aren't in, like, if I extend my watch all the way out here, I can barely make it out. Like, I'll put it that way. It's bad. I actually would not be opposed to using Muck in my Pokemon party. The problem is, it's hard to justify using Muck because you can use Wheezing, and Wheezing has Levitate, which makes it so much more strong. Zero cried out. Oh yeah, we gotta clear the minefield. I forgot about that. You have Crobat? I have Golbat right now. It's not evolved. Now I'm deliberately going to go and trigger all of these because it's easy XP. And then what I also want to do is find TM46. That is Thief. Volkswagen was created. Yes! I keep saying that. They stole Czech designs from Ledwinka and Tatra, called it a VW, and then swindled the German people out of their money. Like that... Yes, the Nazis fucking created VW. Like, VW's creation is evil. You have to be its friend. Yeah. No, we'll get Batgirl there. Batgirl's... We're gonna want a Crobat at some point, because it's got really high speed, can learn Mean Look, and it's good for catching legendaries. Alright, I'll give Islero a little break. I want to see what, how do you say that? I do not have a Soothe Bell, I don't think. I don't know how to pronounce D... It's Welsh. I don't know what DD is supposed to sound like. Just fucking key smashing. Bite the bat. Someone can't... Yeah, I can't believe someone refused to buy a Tesla because Elon Musk is a Nazi and then praised the Beetle. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? ENB. There is, similar to Trump derangement syndrome, there is a bit of Elon derangement syndrome going on. But, like, that one, to me, that one's not even Elon derangement syndrome. That's just TikTok brain. This is... No offense to this person, but, like, bro, come on. You literally... It's... Like, Volkswagen is German for people's car. Like, come on. Appreciate that, JJ. No, I don't have a Soothe Bell yet. I know I need to get one. Right now, what I want to do is get TM46. The reason I want to get TM46 is because I want to upgrade. I want to upgrade, or I want to get Metal Coat. And to do that, we need to steal it from Magnemite, unless we want to wait till Kanto. And Steelix is really useful compared to Onyx. So that's why we're kind of doing this. So my priority here is to get Thief. Like, once we get Thief, we're going to leave the Rocket Hideout and go get a Metal Coat. Toyota and a Honda over most of the German cars. And let's be clear here, Mitsubishi made... You know, there's plenty of other car companies that have checkered past. Like, Mitsubishi made the Zero, the Japanese Zero, which is what attacked Pearl Harbor, you know, a couple miles from here. Is it Thief? Yeah. So we need Thief, because if we can use Thief, then we can go find a bunch of Magnemites on Route 38 and keep using Thief, and eventually we'll get a Metal Code. Ford. Henry Ford actually got the highest ranking medal from the Nazis in the 1930s. I mean, we all know Ford was a massive anti-Semite. Yeah, Mazda. Subaru. Subaru was owned by Fuji Heavy Industries. What do you think they were doing in the 1930s, right? And, right, as bad as what the Germans did was, what the Japanese did might have been worse. I mean, I actually, and the Soviets might even top both of them, actually. The Soviet Union was pure fucking evil. I have nothing good to say about Stalinism. But, no, the Soviets, for their part, attacked... the Japanese had Unit 731 and what happened in China and Korea. And then the Soviets had, it was, China was a little bit later. I'm just talking in the 30s and 40s. The Soviets had the gulags. They had the Mayak disaster immediately after World War II. Go look that up. Somehow Chernobyl might not have been the worst nuclear disaster in Soviet history. You can make the argument that Mayak was even worse because we don't know how bad it was. Chernobyl was so bad that the Soviets couldn't cover it up. Mayak was so far deep into Russia that we didn't know about it until officially 1989. The Soviet Union covered it the fuck up. They denied that Mayak even existed. This is a poor matchup for Islero. We're gonna try and bull rush through it. This is going to be ineffective, but it'll work. Chernobyl is worse than Mayak. You say that, but, right, with Chernobyl at least, in the immediate aftermath, right, we actually covered it up and we've left it alone as an exclusion zone. Bro, Mayak is still producing tritium to this day. Think about how fucking mental that is. Like, Mayak is still in production. It's still producing radioactive effluent. And let's be real, the Russians have not ever and will not ever care about environmental protection. Right? They make the US environmental record look sterling, which it isn't, but they do. You could make the argument. I'm not saying I would, I'm saying you could. Chernobyl's electric. We do not want electric types fighting. Let's use muscle. I feel like either Machoke or Tauros is my spirit Pokemon. I've said that a lot, but they're a communist then or a dictatorship today. It doesn't surprise me. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how fighting is good against steel. If you've ever tried to karate chop a plate of steel, your hand does not do well there. But yeah, no, I dislike Putin, although I will forever take the current Russian dictatorship over the previous Russian dictatorship. The USSR was pure evil. But yeah, no, I absolutely fucking despise Putin. And that, I will, so there's some things I like about Trump, some things I don't. Trump's deference and weakness towards Putin is something I really don't. This man is the king of bluster, and there's no reason he shouldn't use the bully pulpit against Putin. Like, Trump, you want to show... No. I want the XP. We want the XP from all the rocket grunts. Even if it takes longer, it's too easy. Alright, we need to use Paralyze Heal. China and Russia have a worse environmental record than US Canucks. Oh, okay. I will say I'm sad that Canada scrapped the carbon tax, but Canada's environmental record is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's, all things considered, Canada's just fine. Are we out of Paralyze Heals? No, we have two. China burns more coal than second, third, and fourth countries combined. This is true. However, China is doing the most out of any country to decarbonize. I don't like the Chinese, but I will give them credit where it is due. People say capitalism is the main driver of climate change. Well, to be fair, China, you could argue, is effectively state capitalist at this point. China's authoritarian as hell, don't get me wrong, but to say that China is communist in the same way that the USSR is communist, it's a bit disingenuous, because they're not, and they haven't been since about 1977. Deng Xiaoping was a very, very good leader. China could have gone and become a nuclear rogue state after Mao died. Speaking of, the most evil person to have ever lived in human history, Mao Zedong. But they're not doing it well enough. They still account for over 50% of the world's coal consumption, and they account for more than 50% of all new nuclear reactors being built presently. So I'm not sugarcoating how bad the problem is with China, but I will give them credit. They are trying to decarbonize a lot faster than most. Chinese coal consumption over the last few years has been largely flat. Way too high, but it's not increasing really anymore. It's being slowly and surely replaced by nuclear and also solar and wind. I will not, again, I don't, there's two things I will give the Chinese credit for right now. They were very clever with how they designed their newest nuclear reactor too. The Hualong 1 reactor is a Westinghouse AP1000 that the Chinese bought for peanuts when Westinghouse went tits up in 2017. They took advantage of American regulatory stupidity and bought the reactor design for pennies on the dollar. Very, very good move by the Chinese. I will admit that. What are they doing to decarbonize exactly? I just said, they're building more nuclear power plants than every other country on the world combined. That is a huge step towards decarbonization. They're also building an immense amount of solar panels. Solar power, the Chinese have built more solar power than the United States and Europe put together over the last few years. We're not even trying to build wind and solar farms. Don't kid yourself. Even with the Biden administration's policies, NIMBYism slows down so many of those projects. And that's the pro to authoritarianism. You can just kind of take people's land and build shit that's necessary for your country. It's an attack on individual liberties, which is why it'll never and should never be attempted here. But, right, authoritarian governments can get shit done faster. Democracy is slow and messy. There are pros and cons to every system. I would not trade the American system for any other, but I can acknowledge the weaknesses it has. It's the same reason the Chinese have put more high-speed rail up over the last 20 years than any other country, all the other countries put together. The Chinese high-speed rail network was basically non-existent in the year 2000. You could argue, the best in the world in 2025. Do you think they asked nicely and paid people out fairly when they were taking land to build rail stations and build new track? Come on. No, of course not. But the rail got built. Hell, they even run some unprofitable lines. But you want to talk about decarbonizing? Can you imagine if the Chinese hadn't done that and relied on cars? God help us. Hell, speaking of, the Chinese are also adopting electric vehicles a lot faster than we are in the United States. I think there are only a handful of European countries, Norway, who have done more. Again, I am not going to glaze the Chinese government here. But I will be fair. The Chinese government has been extremely effective at reducing poverty. If you look at the absolute insanity that was, again, they were led by the single most evil man in human existence until 1976. The last 50 years, the Chinese government has done its job pretty darn well. I'm not going to say perfectly, but considering where China was in 1976, yes, Beijing has it's played its hand very well. All right. We got one more rocket alert thing. People say they want us to build high-speed rail similar like Chinese. They're going to cry if they lose their own for no compensation. Or I'm sure the Chinese probably did some form of compensation, but it was very minimal and was not worth, like, I bet if you asked privately, of course, because publicly they'd say, no, it's good for the country because they live in an authoritarian state. But I'm sure if you asked privately a Chinese citizen whose home was ripped up for building the rail project, yeah, they'd probably have some not so nice words to say about it. I will grant some speculation on my part, but it's also common sense. Worst evils, Stalin, Pol Pot, Tito, no. So a human life to me is a human life, and Mao killed the Great Leap Forward. What Mao's policies directly did from 1959 to 1962 alone put him in a different level. I can make the argument for Stalin and Lavrenti Beria as well. Not just because he was evil, he was Stalin's main right-hand man running the NKVD, but on a personal level, the man was a serial murderer and rapist. Bro, so I did a presentation at work recently because of Mayak, and right, Mayak was built by Beria. My stomach was like, I felt sick to my stomach after reading his Wikipedia bio. That's how bad it was. No, Tito is nowhere. Okay, hold up. Okay. Tito, as far as communist piece of shit dictators are concerned, Tito is probably one of the best. I understand why Tito did what he did, because Tito not only had to deal with the capitalists, the West, and NATO, but Tito and the USSR did not get along. Stalin tried to whack Tito multiple times because he didn't comply like Ceausescu or Honecker or any of the other Eastern Bloc countries. And Stalin detested Tito for that. So I have at least on the level of communist dictators, a small amount of respect for Tito. Where was Stalin to defeat Hitler? I would argue Stalin was worse than Hitler. You're getting to the point where you could argue it one way or another. They're both pretty heinous. You could make a good argument for either. You really could. I would definitely put Stalin and Hitler. I would say Stalin and Hitler are a 2-3. And then 1 is undoubtedly Mao to me. Oh, Hoxha? Yeah, Hoxha was a lot worse than Tito. I will give you that. All right. I know Rocky learns Dragon Breath at, I think, 32, so we're not going to do too much of this, but this is easy XP, because they're all going to blow up. Or just watch. So Rocky's going to use... Oh, Rocky can't use Dig here. It's going to explode. Oh, perfect. Headbutt, used flinch. Oh, this game is wanting to give me the XP without hurting Rocky. Attaboy. Love that. So this is easy XP for Rocky. Watch. So Rocky, we're going to have you use Dig here, and then Voltorb's going to explode and nothing's going to happen. Voltorb used Spark. Oh. Voltorb doesn't even know self-destruct at 23 in this game. I know that because we didn't learn it with Billy until 29. Oh god, Ceausescu was awful. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, it's paralyzed. That's gonna be a Geodude, isn't it? I want to say this knows self-destruct. Use Dig. Shit, it's gonna use Magnitude while we're underground. Fuck. Okay, that was a bad idea. Rock Pop. Okay, I think we just got lucky. Speed sharply rose. So it got paralyzed underground. Alright. Dumont, get in there. Yeah, Dumont, get in there. Magnitude 5, that's not going to do much. So none of these are exploding the way I thought they would. So we'll leave this. You know what, we'll go up and heal, and then we're going to clear the minefield. Because this is really good XP. Actually, no, it is not. Alright, let's carry on. I will have to probably end the stream around 11, so we've still got time. Are you alright? Pokemon hurt and tired, give me some more medicine. Nice. I forgot Lance acts as a Pokemon center here. So you're best for Pokemon. Alright. Rocky is surveying the area. Based Rocky. Lance. Lance is not the coolest champion, but there are worse ones. I think Lance was better than Wallace. I think Blue was better than Lance, and from what I've heard, Cynthia was better than Blue. Okay, what I want to do is find... Okay, so we need to find TM46. The goal here is to get Thief. We'll handle the rest of the rockets later, but I want to get a Steelix. That's the goal today. So we're gonna, once we get TM46, we're gonna ditch this, and then we'll come back later. Okay, Venonat, that's pretty easy. Venonat's bugged, so bug poison, so we'll just use Strength. That should get the job done. go. When you think about Lance, he's anything but. He has 4 Pokemon that have 4 times weaknesses. Yeah, because Dragon and Flying, Ice type, Ice type, Ice type. He's got like 2 or 3 Dragonites. And then Gyarados, which is Electric. So if you have Ice and Electric, yeah, Lance is easy as hell. I just think, what I like about Lance is I think his plotline in this game is cool. Like, they didn't have Blue in the plotline. Well, they did in Gen 1. Blue was a really good twist in Gen 1. I'll give it that. Lance was a good twist, and Lance was a good plotline in Gen 2. I just thought Wallace was kind of a weak champion. Like, not in terms of Pokemon, it was just kind of mid. He's the only dragon type of the time. That is, I think, true. Speaking of, I really don't understand why Gyarados isn't dragon type. I feel like it really should be. That one has never made sense to me. Or Charizard. To me, like, Charizard, why is Charizard not fire dragon? Right? It shouldn't be fire flying. Like, that is very clearly a dragon type Pokemon. The door won't open? Well, duh, that's the password. Alright. Well, I'm gonna keep beating your ass. Oh yeah, I forgot about Kingdra. Well, Kingdra only came along in Gen 2. I believe Claire has one. Oh, a Golbat? That's easy. This Slaro's getting stronger. Fire Dragon is Mega. I don't even know about Mega Pokemon. Like, that's just another level to this. I feel like there's too many Pokemon now. Gotta catch them all used to be... Yeah, that was the catchphrase for Pokemon for, like, so long. But, bro, there are over 1,000 of them. How the hell are you gonna do that? You had 1 Golbat. Yes, you lost. Just Team Rocket Grunt. Oh, the password. Too bad for you. Gen 3 is when stuff got interesting for Dragon types. I'd agree with that. Well, in order to lock the door, you need the voice of a certain person. The person is Petrel, Rocket Executive, Leader's Office. Unfortunately, those protecting the password need the password of Leader's Office first. Okay, that's new. I like that they named the executives, too. Come on, is this Thief? Nope, full heal. Useful. Flygon. Yeah, a lot of people like Flygon. What's this? Was this where you get the... This is... You battle with question mark, question mark, question mark over here. I think that's where you get Thief. I don't really like this. Eliminate you. I must. Okay, you're not going to win. Who does question mark throw out first? It's a Sneasel, isn't it? Which is Dark type. So Muscle's going to delete that. God, this is unfair. We are plowing through here. Rattata, switch Pokemon. Fuck it. Let's give... Okay, can you, ENB, can you tell me how to pronounce this? If we're gonna... I need to be able to say it correctly on stream. And if I go look it up... Actually, I guess I can look it up on my phone. Let's see what if Twister can't knock level 13 levels below Rattata out. That's gonna say a lot here. Oh, come on. I do like the idea of using the Red Gyarados against the Rockets. You know, just because it's like you created this, now you get to fight it. There's something nice, but yeah, tell me how to pronounce that, because. I don't know. I got nothing on that one. Gyarados is a pretty cool Pokemon. Kid 2, we're abducting Pokemon with long red hair and mean looking eyes just want me. Which is, that right there, whenever they mention the kid with long red hair and mean looking eyes, it means you're going to fight him at some point. We're gonna throw Muscle out because I think Muscle is going to have a real easy time against their first. Muscle's holding something. Okay. Poison extract. Okay. Is this the TM? Ultra Ball. Nope. Need to keep looking. There it is. There it is! Yes! Okay, wait. Where's question mark, question mark, question mark? Huh. Because you used to go up here and then you fought him. I guess they reworked this. Either way, we'll come back to whatever nonsense is happening here. We've got to go get a Steelix now. Bum 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 ba ba bum ba ba bum. What's this? Oh, nope, nothing there. Okay, that was lucky. Yay, X special defense, easy money. I don't like the X items. I've made that clear before. I think they're useless. It's not worth giving up a turn like 99% of the time. All right. We'll go deal with this. We'll deal with these clowns later. It's time to go get a metal coat. Actually, shit, we're gonna need two because we have a Scyther, and eventually we are gonna want a Scissor. That's convenient. Okay. All we need now is a Pokemon that can learn Thief and a fast one. Chief Illuminac and his Raiders. Oh, that should be a good game. Good luck to your Wildcats. A&M did the predictable A&M thing and didn't even make it to the Sweet 16. Okay, so we need a Pokemon that's fast and that can learn Thief. And that ideally we can teach to evolve. Speed 37. But Dunsparce, no. Pick up. Beedrill, meh. 24, 26, 20. 43 is okay, but it's already evolved. 30, 20, 52. We don't really want to teach Batgirl this. We need to save Batgirl for something else. 18, 25, nope. 29 is okay. Does Staryu evolve the Water Stone? Scyther evolves with the Seal. 27. Pidgeotto, that's not bad. 40. Actually, that's what we're gonna want. We're gonna want Kenya for this. I'm sure Kenya can learn Thief. Hopefully. I think we'll either go Kenya or Meowth. I guess we need to... Well, we'll use Hentai as well, because we need that. Staryu evolves with the Water Stone. Okay, so we don't need to train it then. Alright. We'll go ahead and level up Kenya a little bit. Oh, wait, hold up. Let's see if we can teach it Thief before we go any further. TMs, Thief. Yes. Kenya is able. Perfect. Yes. Lear is actually... Doesn't really need to know both Pursuit and Thief, does it? Sweet. Alright, Kenya. You're going to become a very useful little bird for us. Ooh, we need to go back down to Cherry Grove as well, because... Poking at your feet. Nice. We need to go back down to Cherry Grove as well, because we can get the EXP share there, which will be really useful. How do you flirt? Do you flex your muscles to flirt? I don't really flirt that much, to be honest with you. Because I don't really pursue women that much. It's just, to me, it's not worth the effort. I'll usually let them pursue me instead. Oh, shoot. Actually, can we teach Kenya cut? That would be useful. Since we already have... Let's find out. Kenya could become cut, fly, thief. That's actually a pretty useful moveset. Nope. How does hentai know cut? Okay, E and B, I'll let you make this judgment call a little bit later. Should we teach hentai cut? It would be the ultimate HM slave. We teach it surf, cut, waterfall, and whirlpool. Or do you want it to keep toxic spikes, basically, is what I'm asking. Since we're not going to use it in battle, I can make the argument that cut will be really useful, but... Ooh, actually, we could catch a Goldeen. That would be useful. Let's see... Let's use Aerial Ace. Toxic spikes. It is kind of useful, but on the other hand, if we're not using hentai for, you know, battling, and we're just using it as an HM slave, then it's like a question of do we want to do that? Because if we're just using it for HM purposes, having it no cut would be really useful as well. Nice. Goldeen. That's nice. Goldeen and Caterpie, interesting side note. Goldeen and Caterpie have the same cry, and then Seaking has a slowed down cry of Scyther. Go look it up. I don't have a good name for Goldeen or a Seaking. I've got it. Ooh, Nemo's a good... I like Nemo. I was gonna name it Poke, which is kind of a little bit funny, but also a little bit dark. Yeah, ENB, I will let, since ENB really wanted me to use a Tentacool, I'll let him decide on that one. I'm cool with that. I think we got a nugget, so we need to, oh. Moonstone, hell yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's really useful. Aka berries, okay. More Pyapa berries. So it seems like the DD is pronounced TH as in they, Rye is pronounced as I, and G is just a hard G. So that's going to be Thryg? Is that right? Thryg? Babiri berries. So... Sell the nugget, yeah. Ooh, we have enough money for a couple items, fun items. What's it called? We have a couple fun items from or a couple for the drugs, like calcium or something like that. We'll give Flugans. Alright. Fried. Alright. That's probably like Thryg or something like that. Or see, you get a little the phlegm. Let's give this to Kenya. Because unfortunately, Magnemite being an electric type, this may end up being a bit more challenging than otherwise. If it uses Thunder Shock, well, fuck. How are our berries doing? Have they sprouted yet? They have not. Okay. I'll go for another 15 minutes or so. Hopefully we get a metal coat early. It's a 5% chance, so be ready. This is going to take a little while. But once we do, then we get to go fight Steelix, which will be fun. Or we're going to get Steelix. Hentai with Hraig, as long as you don't miss Sludge Bomb too much. Well, we could teach Dumont Sludge Bomb. Roll the... I can't roll R's. Hraig. It doesn't sound right. Hraig. Something like that. Fucking Welsh. Oh, there's an apricorn down there. We need to go back to Azalea and do that as well. Alright, Magnemite number 1. Start counting, y'all. This one's gonna take a little while. Alright, Cereally Flam. Run. That's 1 Magnemite. Not necessarily Flam. Okay, I'm gonna have to look out how to say this then. Use Google Translate or something. Nicely done, Kenya. Good job. I do eventually want to get Kenya to be a Pharaoh, just because, you know, helps complete the Pokedex. I thought it was Kaimru. It's pronounced Kumri? Welsh just does not make sense. I'm sorry. To anyone who speaks English, Welsh just makes no fucking sense. Bro, fucking Basque makes more sense than Welsh. One other thing worth looking up, if y'all want to look up whether or not Magnemite spawns more often in Route 39 than in Route 38, that would be useful. It's alright. Berry juice. You know, probably turn the radio on. Nice. Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Eradicate. That's actually good XP. We'll take it. I have to be able to, oh god, Quebec French. That's like a more uncool Louisiana. Attaboy, Kenya. Nicely done. We do want to get Kenya up, so that way it can withstand more attacks anyway. Same encounter rate in routes 38 and 39. I assume they have the same... I assume they have the same rate for... What is it? Let's see. We have... Citrus. We get Kenya Citrus Berry. I assume they have the same rate for... metal coats, right? I think it's always 5%. They do for a metal coat. That's what I thought. Okay. Alright, in that case, Magnemite number 2. Nope. Supersonic, that's fine. We run. So ideally, in the first 20 Magnemites, we get it. Alright, Magnemite number 3. We will eventually have to go to a Poké Center, because Thief only has 10 PP. Nope. Yeah, this is why I picked Kenya. It's fast enough to run away. And the higher we level it up, the easier running away will even be. I think the only one that can catch it is Raticate anyway. Fake out. Kenya flinched. Come on, you got this. But it failed. Come on. 1. Attaboy. That should get Kenya to level 21, which would be nice. Boom. Yes, please. Mirror move. Might as well. Nice. Oh, it's already evolving? Yes! I thought it was 28. Oh, that makes this so much easier. Well, that just... bitchin'. Oh, that is really good. So, because now, eventually, I know it learns Drill Peck. Focusing its attention on you. Alright. Aerial Ace should knock everything out now. Yeah, I didn't realize it evolved at such a low level. That's fantastic. Huh. Doesn't look like it added as much attack as I thought it would have. I feel like it, you know, now that it's evolved, it should have been an easy knockout there with Aerial Ace. I feel like that didn't do any more damage than it would have as a Spearow. Apparently met at level 20. I like that. Apparently, because we were given it, and then we just kept it. Well, it's got much faster speed now, so running will be easy. It's got higher attack. I do eventually want this to learn Drill Peck, because Drill Peck is just a bitchin' move. I think we'll keep running. Right now, level 47. Damn, it was like in the 30s in Gen 2. Alright, well, I'm not going to train it to level 47. In that case, we're just going to run and get Magnemite. I could probably knock out a Farfetch. Farfetch is weak. No! Oh. Fuck you, Farfetch'd. Okay, I thought for a second it held something of much more value. A Citrus Berry is not the end of the world. Besides, it's evolved now, so it can handle a lot more damage Magnemite will throw at it. Pokegear, radio, there we go. Does you have Aerial Ace? Yeah, that makes sense, because Aerial Ace was a Gen 3 introduction move, I think. Oh, hey, a Tauros. Pass. Intimidate cuts the attack. I don't really feel like wasting moves on that. Meowth will knock out, because I think we can one-hit KO it now. We were almost able to with Sparrow, so doing it with Pharaoh should be easy. It says it's 83 degrees in here. It does not feel 83. It feels nice. Check the rice real quick. What is it done? And it's lovely. I have to get myself a little scoop of that. Just have a few quick carbs. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, might as well level it up a bit more. Yeah, see, one-hit KOing is a great way to level up, but I'm not going to get in an actual battle. This is going to take some time. All right, Magnemite number 4. Thief. Nope. Shit. That's what I was kind of nervous about. It's going to do some damage. I thought it lost the Citrus Berry from Farfetch'd. Whatever. All right, Magnemite number 5. Nope. Restored at the end of the battle. That's what it looks like. No dice on Magnemite there. We're gonna have to churn through some fresh waters here. That's fine. The stronger Pharaoh gets, the easier that gets too, so... So every Meowth will actually go after. We'll run from Raticate, we'll run from Tauros, we'll run from... Oh, we might try to attack Miltank. Magnemite? Nope, nope. Meowth. Alright, well that's still easy XP, we'll take it. Sweet, 22. All right. We'll keep racking up knockouts on Meowths. Hey, a diamond from JJ Gonzalez. And I thought I fixed the gift alert. What's going on? Why are you not showing up? Very annoying. I don't like that. Oh well. Sorry about that, JJ. For the generous $1.49. Thank you very much. Happy Burb. All right, Magnemite number 6. I know, I just got to figure that out. It bothers me because I like having the little super chats or gift alerts or subscriber alerts. Stickers look so funny. Nope, all right, no metal coat here. Yeah, the stickers are... The last time I saw it, it was cut off, which also bothered me. I'm trying to fix that. I don't know what's going on. It's something weird with stream elements. Yeah, it's a 5% chance, so we're going to be at this for a while, probably. 5% chance means hopefully we get it in at least no more than 20. That would be the goal. Yeah, it's 1 in 20. So we've gone through 6. Again, I told y'all this is going to take a little while. Oh, Meowth has a Quick Claw. Oh, I should have used Thief. Oh, well. Oh! Well, that worked out great. So it's actually not bad. Yeah, it's not. Failed. Thank you. I'll be taking that. Hell yeah. Gotta love a Quick Claw. That's super useful. Attaboy, Pharaoh. Good for you. Item. Take. We'll throw a Slaro in just in case we... No. Alright. Let's heal Pharaoh up a little bit. I love the present. Yeah, the present animation's cute. There we go. We'll go for 10 more minutes, but then I need to go get ready to go hit the beach. So I will... We've been going for almost... Oh, going over an hour and a half, so... We got what we needed this game. We got Thief. So... Honestly, what I'll probably do is a VC stream where I continue to do this. Because this is not... I am aware this is not particularly interesting stream content. I will say, if y'all want to ask me anything, now's a good time, because this is pretty absent-minded, so I can put my energy into it a little bit more. Chat rate, yeah, 2. All right, Magnemite number 7. Nope. Showing off its agility. Keep at it, Kenya. You're doing great. All right, let's give Kenya a shot here with Aerial Ace, see if it wins in one hit. Nope. Pursuit. All right, I'm game. Let's see how Mirror Move does here. Nice. God, that gave it a lot of XP. Maybe Eradicate's worth going after. Since we have Mirror Move anyway, might as well. Alright, Meowth will one-hit KO that. Kaboom. A lot of Meowths on this route. Can you flinched? Okay. Mirror Move. But it failed. Huh. I wonder why it failed. Either way, we're running from this battle now. Okay, Magnemite number 8. Is 8 going to be our lucky number? Probably not. Come on, the power of Ovechkin compels you. See, but then wouldn't it say the attack missed instead of it failed? Do you get it? Nope. This one's it. All right, let's see if lucky we get number 9 as our lucky number. Cue the Beatles. Number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. We'll knock out Eradicate here, just because it'll give us a level. Holy, you're so handsome. I appreciate that. I don't know why you have the crying emoji. That's a bit strange, but alright. Fury attack. Found Raikou or Entei while looking for a metal coat. That would be quite funny. You know, with a level 23 Pharaoh, there's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do against it, but it would be neat. I don't know how the mechanic works in Gen 4, but in Gen 2, if it was going to show up on this route, it would have already happened. It's always, if you encounter it and you select the correct route at random, it'll happen as the first Pokemon you see on there. Okay, let's try Mirror Move again. Fake out, but it failed. I don't know why that... Okay, I think it's failing means it doesn't work. You can't use Mirror Move for that. I don't know the mechanics of Fake Out either. Eradicate. Now we're running. Oh, it's gonna take some time, and we're about done. All right, next Magnemite, we'll call it quits after that. Fake Out only works the first turn you use it. Ah, okay, so you can't use Mirror Move there. Okay, good to know, good to know. Speaking of funny Pokemon moments, and we were talking about Nazis earlier, y'all ever seen the 90s Pokemon episode where Meowth is kind of dressed up like Hitler, and he has a mustache? I know, like, this is one of the reasons I don't run ads, by the way. Can you imagine how quickly this stream would have gotten demonetized? Like, fucking instantly. But yes, there is a Pokemon episode where Meowth kinda looks like Hitler. 90s Pokemon was wild, man. They had James grow giant breasts at one point, which I'm sure definitely did not subconsciously influence a generation of degenerates. Priority move that will always make the Pokemon flinch. I see. Okay, number 9. This is it. If we don't get it here, we're calling it quits for the day. Remember they had guns? Yeah, that's the Tauros episode, actually. Right, fight, thief. Come on. Nope. One of the Regis had it doing a Nazi salute as its front sprite in the Japanese version. This bothers me because just having your hand up, like, you're going, hey, bro, you know, waving, you know, this, like, you can, context matters, right? You can, it's like the word, right, George Carlin did an old skit about this. Oh, we'll do one more. We'll do one more Magnemite, because that way it's an even 10. The word bitch, right? So bitch can mean a couple of different things. Fury attack. Fury attack must have a high critical hit ratio. Let's go for Unomas. Unomas. Give me one more Magnemite. We'll call it at 10. Uno más. One more. These Raticates are leveling up my Pharaoh here quite quickly, which I totally didn't steal. I was given it as a male Pokemon, and then we kept it. All right, Magnemite, both hands, 10. Let's go. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your nutsack. Let's see if we get it. Thief. No dice. All right, we're calling it. All right, 10 up, 10 down, no dice. We'll have to come back and try this another time. Honestly, I will probably go and just do this off stream on a VC in Discord, because this isn't interesting as a stream. I'm aware of that. So I won't put y'all through more of this. But I hope y'all had fun. This is a good stream. I've got consultation space available, so askbullmuscle@gmail.com. JJ, E, and B, y'all are the only people in here right now, so I'm not really going to go through my normal spiel. Are you going to trade him, by the way? E and B told me there was a way to do that. We're going to figure that out. I think I'm going to have to run 2 instances of the emulator, would be my guess. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Because yeah, if I can't use the Steelix, I'm going to kick Onyx out of my party, because Onyx is kind of weak. Alright. We saved. It's going to be it. Alright, that is going to be the last stream for me today. Next weekend, I should have a normal stream schedule. We'll see what happens with consultations. You want one? askbullmuscle@gmail.com. Otherwise, until next time, y'all make good decisions. As good decisions form your habits, as habits form your values, as values form an ethos. If you guys start through the rough waters of life. Yo, look at that pump. Yo, look at that pump. This is hit traps today, biceps today, rear delts today, and we hit, I'm gonna give you a lat spread to finish. God, I'm sore. Show off that Koopa shell a bit. And of course the abs. Shoots. Take y'all later. Oh yeah, no, I got sunscreen. My Hallie ass burns, so yeah, I got plenty of that. Take care, y'all.